The sun high in the sky and shining on Madrid as Blast Pro Series kicks day 2 off with a superstar showdown. Astralis go head-to-head, locking horns with NaVi, an unscathed record so far for the Danes, and NaVi already one slip-up. It's Dust 2 where they venture, and we have Moses and Anders to guide you through. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy as these two titans clash.
Yes, indeed. Moses, the Titans he's talking about, is it NaVi or is it us? I wasn't sure. I wasn't.
It felt like us.
Yeah, I felt like it was that's where he was headed with that, wasn't it?
Well, the hard part is calling NaVi a Titan at the moment, because we saw them yesterday on Mirage. I'm just happy they're not playing Mirage.
Closer to Titanic, maybe.
Not bad. Some of your best work.
Yeah, sadly.
Save the gold for when the game goes on.
Don't say that, please. I have many doubts, but the thing is, that all that doubt and all that confusion and frustration, it has this mixed feeling that I still do love watching them play. As in, like, they have some players that are just fun to watch.
Well, it helps when you have Simple and Electronic, right? Like, the two players especially seem to be pretty consistent, especially Simple. He's been consistent for over a year and a half now. Is one of the best players we have. Last year, the best player. So he's always really exciting to watch. Astralis just is so clinical. This is where, like, when you have those ups and downs, this is where you really get punished, because, you know, you have to be on top of your game at all times in all 30 rounds of the game to beat Astralis. Yeah,
there's was something about that team, although I think it was it last time around, or was it before
Miami?
that? Yeah, it was one of those events. Well, it was Henry, I think, who said that, you know, he didn't think it was going to last
Henry
forever.
on the mind?
Yeah.
Here you are at a table with me?
All the time.
Thinking of Henry?
Listen, he's he's got the tattoos and everything, Mose. I feel like, you could really work on that.
Yeah, he's like the one that you go to for like a week for an exciting time. Come crawling back to me.
just every once in a while. No, but I think it is hard to imagine that this Astralis trip can last forever, right? Like, it feels like eventually they must run out of a little bit of power or steam or something. It just feels like it should happen, you know?
Right, but I feel like people have been saying that for a while now, right? Everyone's found a reason. We've all tried to find a reason to think that this Astralis like train is going to come off the rails, even just for a moment at some point. But it's now lasted like longer than any other kind of era we've had. I think the other one would have been NIP at the start, maybe Fnatic for like most of end of 2015, all of 2015, early 2016.
Yeah.
Like, outside of that, this has all been it's been all Astralis, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's getting to a slightly absurd level, but I guess we'll find out. I am really interested in this. I mean, NaVi played Mirage twice yesterday, and they sort of lost one spectacularly against ENCE, and then, they were much better, it seemed, in the second game, although also that was against Cloud9. It was a little bit, it's hard to say. I'm glad they're playing Dust 2 now. That makes me happy.
Yeah, this will be another good barometer of where they're at against Astralis, and that's what I mentioned yesterday. It's kind of hard to get a read, after you get battered by ENCE, you have a win over Cloud9. It's kind of hard to read what level you're coming into this event with, and this is just I think this is the game that'll really tell us, because this is these two teams are the ones that a lot of people have favored to find both of these teams in the grand final at the end of the day. But NaVi, it's not looking as confident as you might have thought before this event started. So we'll see how they do here on Dust 2, a very good map for Astralis, who's going to be starting out on the offense, and we're live into this round 3 of Blast Pro Series.
Yes, indeed. Taking a fight in the middle with a Glock against 2 USPs is definitely dangerous, but Device is going to be all right for the beginning of it. Just took a little bit of damage, and actually look at this aggression here from NaVi. I really like this. I want them to play exactly this style. Mega's Key's going to get run down, and now they're trying to back off a little bit, and the flashbang to follow it up. I'm kind of shocked NaVi haven't already got more out of this. I feel like they had the opportunity, and now pushing out of lower dark, they're Simple, but if they hadn't fallen back, Simple could have actually helped them. I feel like they should have stood their ground in the middle. Now it's very questionable. The bomb's going to get planted, and it's 2-on-4. I don't know about this one.
You're going to rely on Magic from Simple, and he's just got to take fights. He's got to find something, got to have an impact. He knows they're in the bomb site. One bomb planter, one over at Rails. He's got 2 positions, hasn't seen the player at card just yet. Teammate in CT spawn, and Simple's going to start swinging wide, and he's down. That's Device to put him on the floor. Great shot from Edward, but as you said, not really a whole lot you can do. And yeah, the aggressive setup is kind of cool from NaVi. Unfortunately, I think the problem with Simple's position is he's got to be very cautious of those B tunnels. He can't just turn and ignore it and help out his teammates on catwalk.
I mean, it's definitely not easy. I just think that they almost needed to commit to that. I feel like that was like an all or nothing. I actually think it would have worked. It'd be interesting if we could see the replay at some point to see how far up Simple was when that first kill happened from Electronic, because, I don't know, it did not seem to me like Astralis were going to have a very easy time responding to that, except, they were sort of fighting a team that was running backwards, and then they had the good flashbang. So that really helped him out. But yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, I mean, he has to stay honest in tunnels, and also that smoke on the Xbox is really like kind of blocking. Once they get past a certain point, he can do nothing to help him. So really tough for Simple to get involved into the fight early on in that round. But as we saw yesterday, the Deagles were very kind to NaVi.
That was some of their best work, wasn't it? In a sort of tragic way. Because, but still, we do like to see it. Pretty quick flashbang and then smoke on the corner. I feel like smoke maybe was a little bit too late, but it didn't really hurt him this time. And the rest are pushing up catwalk. And oh, they're going to actually run into a bunch of people here. The boost happening right at the same time. You can see Magus. He wasn't really ready for it, but he's still going to pick up the kill and follows it up nicely with the second one on Susan. Looks like he's almost just going to continue. A little bit of assist there. Dupree steals a couple of them, so easy peasy.
That feels like a taste of what's to come. NaVi's going to have to be able to stop that play out towards long. You're going to have to be able to control that. And if you just saw there, one player gets out long, fast up catwalk, and NaVi Astralis kind of realizes with control of long from the T side, it funnels those players right over towards elevator, towards that catwalk for that exact push that comes in, and it puts them in a really difficult spot, especially when they miss the timing on the boost. So quick and easy, 2-0. Nobody falls in the second round for Astralis, and they're off and running.
They are off to a pretty good start, but obviously too soon to tell. Ooh, Electronic actually picking up an AWP with no armor either. He's just bought that right off the bat. Seems like madness to me. I don't know about you. I feel like the Spy. I get it. They want to get in the game early, but
bit risky. Yeah. You're really relying on this op, especially it's not in the hands of Simple either. He's someone you would see make the play with it. Perhaps spawn-based for long, and it's got them the opening kill. Designed exactly for that.
GG.
5 on 4, yeah. We'll stop talking. But now this crossfire at the B bomb site has to be effective as well. This is early pressure from Astralis. One in the back of the bomb site. How do they want to handle this? 2 Molotovs turning to the right. That's Flamey down. Edward alive for the moment, but he does burn.
Oh, that was perfect timing. He showed up at the doorway right at the perfect time to catch Dupree getting into the bomb site, which is great news. I actually think, because otherwise they would have had a sort of a weird 2-on-3 where they would have had to have slowed it down a little bit, but that was a critical shot right there. And Magus sneaking in behind long range with the UMP, and yeah, he's going to get shot down. What a hero Electronic is. 3 kills, no armor picked up at all, and yeah, that worked out much better. Oh
yeah, well also you have to imagine that catches Astralis completely off guard. Probably not expecting it anyway to be facing an AWP out towards long in that fashion, and Electronic's able to get it immediately. Oh, he's even done it blind as well. Good timing with the flashbang and catching Dupree, as you said, on the jump. So nice mobility across the map as well. That was the most impactful and dangerous weapon NaVi had. It had to be rotated around quickly, and he's going to keep it again.
Yeah, well done. Just I wouldn't say a lack of respect, but I kind of like the idea that NaVi are at least going to try and play the game their own way. Because it feels like if you go into the game and thinking like, oh, how do we beat Astralis on their terms? It's like you're already giving them a lot. So even though it seems maybe a little bit crazy, I kind of enjoy this. I want NaVi to have that level of confidence to say, yeah, we are going to do, aggressive pushes in the middle. We're going to try and, buy an AWP no armor and just try and do that. I like the idea.
And Astralis has expressed some discomfort playing NaVi in the past towards, the later stages of last year, where they mentioned a lot of times NaVi's seemingly done some random plays, some random stacks that have caught them off guard. At times they've been difficult to read. We'll see if that is the case here. Catwalk control for Astralis. Pretty passive, all things considered. Zipnik's so far back with the bomb. They haven't made contact anywhere. Just some nade damage on the device. Electronic might be the first one up. Timer on this play with that smoke.
How are they holding B, NaVi? They've got, what, Edward in the window? So there's nobody's actually... If they do a good flashbang, nobody's on B. But that might be great for what's coming here. It might actually be that NaVi have picked a great defense right now. God, what's happening inside of the smoke? Glaive has got a grenade in hand. Electronic is literally right in front of him. Going to set it up. It looks like they're going to try for the B-split instead, so they just want to clear catwalk, but Electronic, he's right. They made a tiny bit of noise. I don't think anyone heard that. They're so focused on the other side of the scaffolding. There's Edward waiting. Can they sandwich them in? Simple going to pick up one. Edward, great follow-up, and Electronic, he's right behind them 1 second later to pick up device, and that was all they needed. Great and beautiful shutdown of this B-push or B-split that Astralis were doing. It's going to be a 2-on-4 now. Yeah, they're just getting crushed. Electronic is everywhere. That's so well done. That is actually a beautiful round out of NaVi.
It is. That's a big risk to take, though, for Electronic to just sit in that smoke. I was looking for Simple to have some kind of a flashbang to send a pop flash so he could actually come through that smoke at some point, but instead it just turns out to be perfect timing. This kill is so helpful. Distracts them so Edward can add on top, and Electronic with a very fast flank twice in the round. Those are ways. I mean, that's a clever. I mean, that's going to catch Astralis off guard. That's kind of what I just mentioned right before that. Is those kinds of random plays that not really expected, that you can't read coming. No one is going to assume that Electronic is sitting in that smoke on catwalk.
No, definitely not. And it's going to add a level of frustration. I mean, maybe not if it happened once, but if it happens, 2 or 3 times over the course of a half, that could definitely get really annoying. So I like it. Oh,
Ooh.
I think that was you. He's told to just go away.
Well, he's not listening. He's going to go back for more. He adds one on top of it. They know where Dupree is, and Zeus does eventually fall. The wild spray.
Should have listened.
He should have listened, but he did get one more.
Well, 2-3. NaVi still, or just now taking the lead. They still have a lot of money on that team to work with. Astralis able to pick up some rifles once again. I'd be curious how they sort of work this out. It's a very sort of classic round out of Astralis, that B split, clearing out catwalk and then, faking a bit of a smoke that like you were going to jump down maybe in CT spawn or something and then back to middle, but they got read so well.
Oh, what a timing to go right through it. Zeus wasn't expecting it. Thought the Molotov would keep him at bay for just a little bit longer. Astralis pounce at the opportunity and nothing NaVi can do. They have to give up long. They lose control of this, and look at the shift in the defense that's created. The bomb for Astralis immediately as well, understanding the shift that's going to come and already putting the bomb towards the other side of the map.
And that Molotov in the corner, Simple, yeah, he's just going to have to smoke it off. He doesn't know that nobody's holding that angle, so if he tries to run out instead, that could get him killed really quickly. So
it should end up being a free round for Astralis. I think NaVi is just going to end up stacking this A bomb site or keeping this stack alive, never trying to rotate anyone back towards B. Astralis is going to find an open site, an easy plant, and NaVi's not going to go for it. Playing the economy game, they're going to preserve what they have.
Yeah, maybe if the AWP had been, looking B, maybe they could have caught someone jumping past, and it would have been a 4-on-4, I guess. Still wouldn't have been really possible, I think.
I really like the call. I really like the call from Astralis, just immediately sending the bomb towards the B bomb site and just saying, just being very convincing with it. A lot of times you'll see that pick will come out and teams will stay in their default for an extra 20 seconds and they'll kind of wait and see if there's a reaction. Astralis just saying, you know what, let's rotate everyone over. At least that mid player is going to cheat towards A little bit more after that long control goes away. So even if Astralis encounters some kind of defense, likely it's only just the one player. And now they get to play soccer or football, whatever you want to call it.
Soccer, Moses.
Okay.
I don't care. I really just can't get invested into that argument. But my life is.
It's just not worth it, is it?
There's already.
Life's too short, Anders.
Yeah, it definitely is. So we'll just leave it at that. That timing on the flashbang and smoke over a long, that is sort of a play that's done in like all of 2 seconds. I bet you a lot more than 2 seconds went into researching the timing for that. I think that seems to me like a play that was pretty well orchestrated, and that you sort of have to have a feeling that the timing is going to work out like that, with how many people are there and how they react and stuff like that.
We're seeing that more and more recently as teams really messing with the timing of Molotovs, willing to run through 2 seconds on the offense to get a jump, to really kind of throw off the defensive timing of feeling like that Molotov's going to keep them safe. That time, obviously, a smoke is used, which is a big help as well. So Astralis going through the motion, clearing out close mid, spam Molotov and HE grenade. Doesn't yield a kill, but lets him know that that part of the map doesn't have any danger in it. Now towards catwalk we go, and this is all happening very, very fast. This is going to give Astralis a decent amount of map control with over a minute on the clock.
So are they actually going to go for the split this time? Because last time that particular smoke was just a setup for the B split. Maybe they could try and run a variation of it. There's a little bit of a gap there that Dupree's trying to look through. Zeus probably will get flashed all the way out of that position if they really come for him, but yeah, it might actually be an A split finally. Ooh.
One thing Astralis does very good on this map, though, is they are so good. Frequently you'll see Glaive playing on his own, gathering information for the rest of his team. Often he does it over towards catwalk, jumping over the smoke, trying to find the railing player, trying to see if there's someone at car. Not this round. A lot of bodies. Question is simple. How does he manage his attention? He's got to worry about long as well, but he's got to support this A bomb site. There is a lurk and Zipnix to eliminate that player. And this might force him to turn around. Electronic does fall. Simple has to be cautious.
Oh God, that's one bullet away from Electronic getting a double, and dupreeh lives with 4 health to take down Simple. And Meg is going to drop Zeus, and just like that, 2 versus 2 with about 10 seconds left. Bomb planted. Well, kind of for long, but not all the way. I wonder if that's going to be a problem at the end of this round. Flamey and Edward started to move up, and they do have a kit on them as well, but no smokes picked up currently to actually get that defuse home, so that could get really dangerous. See what they could do. Setting up with a flashbang here. They got to be a little bit quicker than this. I feel like Sip goes down. Wonderful shot from Flamey, and now Magus waiting behind the box. They're going to do a bit of a jump, and he's still alive. Both of them peeking out on the ramp. He's going to spray away one, just ducking down, and there's the headshot. Magus taking down Edward. That was a great hold at the end. What a tense round.
NaVi, they could have been so much more aggressive on that swing from Flamey. Let him swing wide, get the other player involved, jump up on the box. It's a really nice attempt on the retake, but this is a grinded out hit. A lot of areas in where Astralis could have dropped this round, and Magus does just enough at the end. This one, swing wider, Edward, more aggressive. Don't give him the time to let his recoil calm down. Don't give him the time to get into the cover. That one hurts for NaVi.
I've got to say as well, the fact that Electronic missed the kill on dupreeh with 4 health, and then dupreeh gets a double behind it. Like, that's also hard to know that was going to happen.
Zipnix as well, able to take his Simple out on the rotation over. Now they're caught in the open. That's not good. They wanted to get towards Catwalk, except they're stuck in no man's land, but just barely winning out in these fights. Great double kill from Zeus. And towards Long, that's where his death will come. Flamey has the up, though. Simple still alive. The timing's not there, but NaVi in control of this round so far.
Bomb is over by Catwalk, though, so they have to go and pick that up again. This is, again, very odd. What a play from Zeus to pick up both those kills. I thought for sure he was going to go down to dupreeh. He knew he just had to sort of play aggressive. He had to try and do something, and that does not work out. So I think as long as they don't give a lot of fights to Device here, he should not be able to go and pick up that bomb without, you know, just getting crushed from a bunch of different angles. He's actually scoped in a lot here. I was concerned for a minute.
I don't know if Flamey actually saw that. I don't know if Flamey's called the cross. Simple's looking the other direction. They're actually investigating mid as well. Simple could get caught here, and then the whole round goes up in the air because no one else is nearby to that bomb. 40 seconds for Device to play with. If he can get this kill, a jumping Simple. Can't tell if he's spotted him. No reaction yet from the NaVi players, and Simple still looking towards lower dark, but Device can't possibly know that.
It's just trying to find a way. I mean, he's obviously hoping at this point that somebody would come and help him out. Just any little mistake from NaVi right now. And there's so late in the round, though. That's the problem. It's now 10 seconds more or less on the clock, and by the time he picks up the bomb and goes back, there's not going to be enough time for him to really do anything. So I really appreciate the attempt, and I think if he'd hit Simple on one of those jumps early on, maybe that would have been it.
Yeah, if he'd gotten it, like you said, just a little bit earlier, would have been able to maybe get that plant. Either way, good round from NaVi. We're all tied up at 4 apiece. Zeus, the hero in this round. The first kill in the pre-fire as well. They walk right into it. Even though he goes down to Long, that bomb being stuck on Catwalk was really the final blow for Astralis in that round. AWP still on Device, saved from the previous. AKs on dupreeh and Magisk. Pistols with utility for Zipnix and Glaive.
I thought that was going to be right on him, but this is very competitive. What a refreshing start.
Yeah.
I was, scared. We were all scared for NaVi, weren't we?
After that ends game, it was a little bit shocking. This is good to see, though. Maybe a timing push. They're going to go through it, but Simple slowing him down. He's got a double through the smoke.
Brilliant spray. And they really don't want any more of that. They've had enough, Moses. They just, they want out.
Yeah, that was 1 AK on the ground. You just don't have the weapons to fight for it. So trying to get a little bit fancy, not even fancy, just very simple, but trying to get tricky. Pop flash through that smoke, and I think it just came up at the wrong time for Astralis.
Yeah, this time they did not get the correct timing for it, and when that happens, you could definitely see the results of it. Not necessarily the best start to a round. 5 versus 3 is so hard to fight your way back from. I mean, again, you are slightly relying on the fact that NaVi might make a mistake, might give you just a little bit of a kill somewhere.
NaVi has to know that the AWP is still on the board, though, from the last round.
Yeah.
That's why you're not seeing anyone peek towards mid from the B bomb site. That's why you're not seeing anyone overextend. There's Zeus Finding information out towards the long, but no one exposed to the AWP, which is huge. And eventually, Astralis is just going to bleed players away. NaVi will just grind this one out. War of attrition.
Oh. Oh, man. Well done, Flamey. I mean, that's obviously incredibly annoying if you're a device on the other side, but
yeah.
that was good.
What do you think you just said?
I think you said, like, shooting fish in a barrel. Loved it.
Yeah.
This is a really, really good start for NaVi. I'm kind of excited. I mean, they're playing on the CT side. That's actually not always easy on Dust 2 either, so I feel like they're doing a remarkably good job. Now they're up against 5 Deagles, so we could have some clean action in this round, Moses. Good little Deagle shot to come out. We all love those.
Would be nice. Keep that money low as possible for the NaVi side. If you can take some weapons away, not on Zeus.
You know, people do that like bottle flip challenge thing.
Yeah.
Like the 1 Deag is like Counter-Strike's answer to that.
Okay.
You know, it's just kind of that feeling you get with like how it worked. It's beautiful. You know?
Especially when like you inspect it and you get it twirling around the finger and then you get the 1 Deag. Ooh, that's a nice vertical transfer from Edward.
All right.
6-4 now, and 3 in a row for NaVi. 6 of the last 8 rounds going in the favor of the defense.
It's a very good job indeed. Still sticking with the single AWP on the CT side. Don't really necessarily need to go double AWP, but for a while it was the thing, wasn't it? It was the flavor.
You don't see this too often. There's not a whole lot of production coming out from the Astralis side. Glaive stuck at 1 kill, Zipnix and Device both on 2, and especially for Device, the AWP has been ineffective. Nade stack, Molotovs are going to come through the flames. Zeus a little bit blind, but he's going to stand his ground at this angle. Knows 1 is out now. He's going to fall away. That's a good decision, although he's got backup with him. They have to be careful, though. Thankfully, there's no utility on the Astralis side. But if they peek into this, they're going to give a chance over to these pistols to find the kills, but the ALG reigning supreme. No one swinging out from blue box just yet, and Edward's going to clean house. He's got 3 kills in the round, and Zeus to follow it up. Sprays down the remaining 2. NaVi continuing to build a lead, 7-4.
I could see why they didn't feel comfortable rushing the long corner, but I feel like once you've already committed to losing like 150 health across 3 players, you should just probably keep running. Because otherwise, all they did was lose all that health to get the blue container.
Right. If you're gonna run through the flames, you're trying to catch them off on a timing, right?
Yeah.
And then if you just stop, you lose that timing.
Yeah. Then it doesn't matter anyway. You've already paid the price, Moses. You already bought the ticket. You know, just take the ride.
Take the flight.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get a timeout. You can see both coaches talking over intently with their team.
We do need like live translation. Like, where is all this AI stuff I keep hearing about? You know, what kind of be like in Star Trek where you just have like a universal translator and just talk to everybody, Moses?
I don't know why can't you? I mean, there's a lot of things in Star Trek we don't have. Like,
yeah. What would be your favorite thing?
I don't know. I've never actually watched Star Trek. I've never seen a single episode, single movie.
Shocking. Shocking.
I don't know what the technologies they're working with there. I know what Simple's working with. He's behind the door, in middle. Looked like he wanted to get aggressive, but he's at least going to be able to find and hear some footsteps.
Just timing, I think, there for Device, hoping. He's lost the angle a little bit. And Flamey now. How quick is he going to be with this AWP? I mean, he actually has had some pretty interesting kills with it in the past, so even though it's not the most common sight, definitely not something that we haven't seen before either. Or Electronic flashed into the corner. I think he wanted to transfer a little bit early then, but he still got the kill. A little bit of damage on the... Oh, wow. He actually fell back into the boost. That was
so
a trick he didn't see coming for sure.
Oh my god. Why is everyone just getting battered at the moment? That was a sick impromptu boost in mid to find the kill on the catwalk. Device with a great trade, and Magus just takes the opportunity. March his way into that B-bomb site, but you have Simple here, spraying through, gets damaged, but not any kind of a kill. And how aggressive does he want to be through this smoke? Trying to drop the bomb right in the plant spot. It's off. It's Mark, now transitioning over towards window.
He's actually, Edward might catch somebody. He might just catch somebody clean. Yeah, that's beautiful. Sip probably thinking that he could hold the rotation, but it came all the way behind him. And now Magus is going to be alone 1 versus 2. That was critical. I mean, and Simple picking up the kill, that just made it even better. And now Magus looking the wrong way, and Simple will take him down. That's another round here. Does have the kit, so 8-4. Wow, what a round. That was a 2-on-3 that they won, and they even did it quickly. Like, that changed so fast.
I mean, the flank happened so fast that you don't even have time, and you're fooling Xyp9x as well, right? You're catching Xyp9x off guard in a post-plant situation, which doesn't happen too often. These are just some wild trades. I really like that boost. How quickly it comes in, that's not designed. That is very much just saying, hey, let's boost me really quick, boost me really quick. Works out perfectly. Simple does great work inside the bomb site, but that flank just comes in too fast for Xyp9x to realize it.
You got to get it really, really early. Told you to catch Sip off guard in general, so that's a good job. Like to see it. Fight over here at long, but now NaVi actually have a lot of grenades to work with. They're going to be exchanging a couple of kills. Edward making more work. Oh no, that was his own Molotov as well. So we know what the chat's going to be like, Moses. They can't be stopped.
Yeah, you don't like to see that, and it's the danger. Oh, look at Simple. The bomb is actually down in T-spawn. He won't see it, but Astralis is going to have to come back. They're going to have to at least evacuate the control they found at long, and that'll be perfect for him. Oh. He's just going to wait.
I wish we could get a camera on whoever walks back. You know, just like an instant.
Not even the gameplay, just the face.
Yeah, just a little, because you know you're going to be so upset. They do actually seem to be suspecting it. So,
well, you got to be worried about the flank. The problem is, you know, normally it wouldn't necessarily matter, but they have to go back and get that bomb. The question is, because I don't think Simple's seen it. Oh, no, yes, he has. He definitely sees that on the floor right there, so he knows they're going to have to come back. So, yeah, he can be as patient as he'd like.
Oh, this is all about timing. They're so suspicious. I feel like they might check it. They don't. They have a Molotov. I mean, that would be the ultimate level. But yeah, they're not going to be looking in the corner. This is going to spray them down. What a play by Simple. And then in the middle, Dupree goes down. That's 5 in a row now for NaVi as they catch fire. Leading heavily against Astralis here in the first half. What a shocking turn of events, Moses.
Yeah, this is phenomenal play from NaVi, and actually starting with the amount that they've won in a row now, they're up towards 6 straight for NaVi. Starting to make Astralis look like they're not entirely sure how to counter this, which you don't see too often as well. Simple at pretty much max money.
I mean, he's been playing a great game, but actually Susan Edward are even above him in kills.
This is such a this is a crazy fight at long. Because it's on such an edge as well, when you look at how much NaVi dedicated to that defense, all the utility, all the bodies, the number of players they had to throw at it, I mean, that's pretty wild that they just stick around for that fight the whole time. 9-4. Astralis coming out of a timeout with just the pistols.
I think we've been seeing a lot of those. And unlike in some matches, those deagles haven't really done a lot for us. We really got that feeling yet, Moses, that...
I'm not feeling... I mean, look, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on even when you get the AKs and the AWP out for Astralis. That's a bit scary. You have you know, Xyp9x, Device, and Glaive, 7 kills total between all 3 of them. Yeah,
but I feel like even if you're not going to be playing, you know, amazingly well, like, you give us that little moment, you know?
Yeah.
We all like it. Like a little snack in between, you know.
Just give us a gift.
Just a little bit.
We deserve it.
We do deserve it.
I think it's kind of cool as well. I mean, maybe this might be a Dust 2 thing moving forward. You imagine Simple would have the op if they wanted to do a double op setup, but Flamey's had it more often. Remember, Electronic was using it early on in the half for a couple rounds. Simple's just been mobile with the AK-47 this whole time.
I'd be interested to see if they... I mean, it's almost at the end here, so maybe they won't have time for it. Oh, that's a lot of flashbangs right in his eyes, and somehow snuck in a kill right at the end. It's going to be Glaive to pick up Susan. Oh, there's one. Oh, we like that. It's close range. Still, not bad. 2-on-3 with the bomb goes down, and Electronic and Edward, they have some time here to work with, and maybe that Molotov could actually do a lot.
Oh, but if they were going to go for it, you have to stay with that Molotov. And I don't know why they're backing away. They have so much money. Simple's got 14,000. Why are you not peeking with that Molotov? I mean, they're going to have to evacuate out of the flames. Now they're coming into this retake late, but they've used a lot of the utility, a lot of the tools they have to get into this situation.
Yeah, I'm very confused about that as well. I absolutely agree. You have to sort of... Once you put the fire into the sewer modes, you have to be there for the rats to run out and then kill them. That's the plan.
And it's crazy too seeing, I mean, listen, look at the work they did. They got 2 kills. If they had just kind of postured for that as soon as the Molotov comes out, might have been able to make that work. So maybe NaVi giving Astralis an easy one. I like 2 things out of that. One, I really like that Magisk was immediately aware of the flank because they have been very fast flanks coming in from a lot of different locations from this NaVi defense throughout this half. So you could tell he's kind of realized what the game plan is, where NaVi sometimes doesn't necessarily fight at the point of attack, but they're going to have a fast flank. The other thing was Flamey. If you're going to op at that angle at long and you get flashed that bad, you got to give up the angle. Like, one player gets by and he doesn't even realize it, but he's just standing his ground with no vision whatsoever, and he's just taken down essentially for free. He does find the 1 kill right at the end, but it was not an easy way to take out the AWPer.
Yeah, he was very stubborn. He was sort of trying to will his way out of the flashbang.
He's like, yeah, certainly I'll get my eyesight back in the next half second.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the power of the mind is you know, it's definitely a thing, Moses. But still, that's a lot. That's a lot to ask.
Well, the Molotov is going to hold back Glaive. I mentioned this early information gathering play from Glaive coming in as soon as these flames aside. And NaVi just stacking utility so that smoke cannot be used. So, sorry, Glaive, you won't be finding anything out about the defense here.
Oh, Sip running and shooting at the corner. And, well, Zeus is going to be going down. That all seemed very odd. I don't really know. I feel like once they're out on that corner, Zeus either needs to be flashed into a fight or he has to fall back, and he sort of did something in between that. Now Flamey's out in the open, but he's going to get a great lineup. Double kill and Simple in a 2-for-1, taking down Magisk and Glaive, and I don't even know what's happening. What a mad round.
Yeah, what a huge round. Way to go for Flamey. Stand your ground out in the open at long. Those are kind of, you win or you die in those fights.
Yeah, but I mean, I was about to criticize that, and then obviously he made it look great, so then I, you know, try to keep... Edward getting the last kill as well. What an explosive first half. Well done, NaVi. 10-5 in their favor against Astralis. I don't know. I don't know what to make of all this.
I think the nice thing about it from NaVi as well, because I mean, we did mention we don't know which NaVi we're going to get today when they come in, but this is a team effort out of NaVi. This is not the typical game where you see like a Simple just blowing up the scoreboard or anything. You've got Edward leading the way on 15, Simple at 13, Zeus on 12, Electronic at 10. There's been some very nice pop flash setups. There's been some very nice mid-round boosts from NaVi. Some great flanks. They've been reading the game very well. This is completely different from the NaVi we saw against ENCE yesterday.
Yeah, they definitely are looking very good. The sort of deep fried Oreo and ice cream level NaVi is really
the deep fried Oreo level of NaVi.
It's really good, Moses.
Okay, that was the joke, that deep fried Oreos are delicious?
It's not a joke. They are delicious. I don't know. I know why you're trying to. No one will follow you on that.
I've never heard that as a description for a team, but we'll roll with it.
Me neither, but...
but I just made it happen.
It's on my mind, Moses, and I thought, you know, say it out loud. Yeah, I think this is... what I really liked more than anything was that they seemed to come into this game really quite determined to sort of find their own pace of playing this. Like, I really felt like this game was played on NaVi's terms, and I think that's so hard to do when you're playing Astralis, so I like that. I think more teams need to try as much as possible to mentally get into that frame of mind before you play Astralis.
And it started with some random plays, but from there it just seemed like aggressive on the flanks, and it'd be cool to be able to chat with them if they came in with a game plan. But remember early on we saw like Electronic sitting in that smoke on catwalk, so we got a fast flank in towards mid. But all throughout this half on the defensive side, it's NaVi players pushing extremities, having that fast flank to get into the B bomb site retake, catching Xyp9x off guard. You saw players jumping off catwalk and flanking in mid during splits.
They put the logo over the Simple's double kill at the end mode. We didn't even get to see it in the replay. I'm so angry.
Yeah, that's not ideal. We'll have a chat with production after this. Sit him down.
I think it was intentional. He was trying to bait us, trying to troll us.
Censoring the...
Yeah, it was too graphic. He couldn't handle it.
For the younger audience?
Well, I think it's gonna be exciting, isn't it, the second half? 10-5.
Well, if you're looking for an Astralis player to kind of really step things up, it'd be Xyp9x. He's been phenomenal in Astralis, and we know his skills in the clutch areas, but 2 kills, 37 ADR. That's a very rough half for him. In his defense, you know, we talk about Xyp9x as one of the best clutch players we have. Not a whole lot of scenarios where he had a chance to shine in that regard.
It can really only get better in the second half for him. So, you know, there's almost no chance that second half will be better than first, I feel like. That's good.
Yeah? 100% chance?
100%.
Is that what you're calling?
Yeah, definitely.
So he's going to get more than 2 kills in this half.
That's what I'm saying.
You're taking a big risk.
I really believe that. And, you know, like, sometimes there's a big advantage in finding, you know, sort of rock bottom, Moses. You find that, you know, it's all up from here, you know. Unless you die entirely.
Well, unless you discover a new rock bottom, you know.
digging even further.
Yeah, that could be the other thing. Either way, we'll see if Xyp9x has found it. Astralis down 5-10 after their offensive side of Dust 2. They switch over to defense and a little bit of a comeback to Mount.
250 long range. Normally the USP, obviously some advantage in the middle, but seems like they don't really want to fight that too seriously. Sort of just scoping each other out a little bit, and the rest of NaVi spreading across the map, trying to figure out what's going on, and sort of default setup here, which is all fine. I don't have any objections. Oh
dear.
He's out.
Yeah, Electronic did not expect that whatsoever. Great shot from Glaive. Thins them out. Still susceptible to a split towards this B bomb site or any play out mid. The entire defense at A. 3 players stacked up towards long. A pretty default setup for that defense. Leaves B a bit weak, but there are 2 players in there. Pre and Magus to defend.
Really trying to use this P250 on Simple to sort of snipe away at somebody, and they're not really been given almost any chances. So obviously they can't wait forever for somebody to present themselves. Eventually they're going to do something.
Well, they have the smoke and they have the flash, and now they have Edward in position in upper dark. So now they can attack this B bomb site and they're going to walk their way in, so it's slowing down the pace.
Me and Magus inside of the B bomb side. They're actually going to have a really tough fight on their hands. This might be a little bit too quick flashbang. Looking good, but nobody's peeking in behind it. I'm just so confused. I felt like that would have been the moment to go now. Instead, Dupree picking up one and a little bit more damage as Magus is going to take down the bomb now in the window at 25 seconds. And Glaive showing up for a kill on Zeus. It's all on Edward, and he's getting chipped away at Glaive with a great pistol round. 3 kills on him. Not on Zip, but they won the round.
It did win the round, and a lot of it actually, I don't even know, obviously the kills are great, but I think the big key to winning that round is the smoke on Magus. Just throws it in the door as soon as that mid smoke comes in to CT spawn, and he just stalls things out. Even the one pop flash that NaVi has over the window, they didn't want to go with it, because all players would have to be funneled through that window, and they really did not want to mess with that position. And maybe punished for not being pulled, but either way, great utility from Magus in that B bomb site.
I feel like just like with EDK, you know, once you go in, you really go in.
You got to go in hard.
Yeah, I think there's no like tiptoeing around outside of the window. I don't like it. Like sure, if the flashbang didn't flash everyone, you probably just getting funneled. But at the same time, if it does, then
you just got to trust that it worked, right?
Yeah, trust. I think that's a big thing, Moses. We need more of that. 10-6, NaVi looking for a run boost. It is with Glocks, so there's a limit to how excited we can get, but we'll try our best. It always does look fun.
Oh dear.
Oh my god, he's barely even airborne, was he?
Not the best execution. He's in CT spawn, so I mean, I guess it kind of worked out in a way, but as you said, with Glocks, not going to do a whole lot.
Is that called like a fumble in American football when you sort of like...
Yeah, when they drop the ball?
I think that's what they did.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fumbled Simple, just across the ledge, you know. But just a bad time.
Oddly enough, I mean, he's the one to have the only success. Either way, 10-7, Astralis with the opening 2 rounds of this second half.
Yeah, just a 3-round gap. I mean, this game can really go anywhere at this point in time. I mean, fun to see how NaVi do now that they're on the T side. That was, I mean, on Mirage, where they really did not have a good time, but obviously this is a completely different map, so we just don't know yet. Edward, he's got 17 kills right now.
He's having a phenomenal game, especially after day 1. He was towards the bottom of the leaderboard for players, but looking good in this one against Astralis. That's been a huge help for NaVi. Astralis have a lot of money built up still as well. You could see over $2,000 for 3 of their players even in this kind of a buy. So how do these AK-47s treat the offense? Not the most utility in the world. They have mid control. They'll have to contend with Glaive and Device, who's baiting for him at that A bomb site if they're work their way up cat. But for the moment, they want to challenge mid. Xyp9x completely blind. Dupree's going to be there to trade one off. But I think NaVi's going to be fine with that.
Yeah, they probably will be, although Glaive has snuck up really far. Yeah, he's going to get that kill easily on Zeus and even makes it back around the corner. I think Zip was probably going back into that corner because it had already been Molotov, so he was hoping that, you know what, they've already Molotov, that maybe they won't check it, and then they did. So,
unfortunately, no one having eyes on Catwalk. They had that complete mid control, just no one had ever made enough progression to be able to stop that push from Glaive. Flamey's got to win this fight. That would be huge if he's able to find Magus. That's an awkward timing. Oh, what a recovery, though. Dupree's gotten back into the site. He follows it up with a second kill. He cleans up Zipnik's damage, and he's going to get a third. He's going to shut down that attack, and he keeps Astralis alive, 8-10.
Well, Dupree looking...
He's been stellar so far in this event. We didn't get to see him playing yesterday, but he's at the top of the leaderboard for players.
He was looking very serious as well. You know, he's usually
It's usually the jovial one, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. That was great, but I must admit I was impressed by Flamey's shot as well. That recovery. It's not bad at all. Still 10-8 moving into round number 19. We've got Deagles back, and Fujuri only had single one Deag, and it wasn't even like that. That awesome.
Yeah, it was like a average one Deag.
Yeah.
Well,
need more.
Simple's here. Don't worry.
Give it.
Ooh.
We want it. We all need it. Just thinking about it. The Molotov and the smoke on top. I persuaded him otherwise. Instead, they're gonna regroup back towards the middle. They are, but they're giving a lot of space on the map right now.
It's a really good read of this situation from Astralis, so knowing it's going to be pistols, it's going to be deagles. You can see no one's playing close up in mid. Everyone's playing at range. You know, even Glaive using his utility to safely take control of long for the defense. You have Device and Zipnik's playing at the A-bomb site together at range. It's not going to be easy for NaVi to find anything, and if they want to even go for a pick before they execute, they have to be overly aggressive, and instead they're going to catch 2 nades.
That's as many kills as he's got in the first half, Moses. We're done. Pack it all up.
Yep, he's done it.
Device. Oh, that one grenade, Moses.
That was his entire map.
Yeah. If only he had known that it was that easy, you know, in the first half. We could have definitely put in some more effort. 9-10. Astralis sort of climbing back into the game a little bit here, obviously assisted by the economy. Although now NaVi have a little bit of their own with Simple. Spawning far away from long, unfortunately. So not going to be able to run and try and take any kind of a fight there.
Ooh, look at this defense, though, from Astralis. One player may just go over towards that B bomb site. 3 players towards long. Zipnik's in support to get them past the corner. And Device on Catwalk. Now you're going to see the rotations back, but they've already set themselves up very, very solid on the defensive side of things. Even that nade, posturing like they're playing aggressive on Catwalk, that might chew some time off the clock if NaVi is a little bit wary of moving up. And a heavy lean towards the A site.
I feel like NaVi haven't even seen anyone yet at all. I mean, that's kind of annoying when if you're trying to... you're sort of doing this default with the purpose of figuring out where people are so that you can call a strat behind it. And right now, what if they got like 1 grenade from, as you said, from Catwalk, and then not really much else? So, minimal amount of intel to try and build some sort of a map of what the defense looked like. And, oh, they're going to be sneaky on... oh, if they could keep doing this, that might actually work out really well. Sip, I think, could be covering middle, or at least could see what's going on in there, but...
well, NaVi right now is just kind of set up and hoping someone wants to find information on the defensive side of things. They're hoping someone from the B bomb site, starts creeping down that ramp to check mid. Simple has the angle towards CT spawn, hoping someone is going to check from that side. Just playing this very patiently. They can't do it much longer. 36 seconds on the clock as Flamey starts to challenge a little bit, but still no progression. Maybe just an impromptu, maybe just a minuscule fake, as if it's going to be an A execution. I think that's even going to give up the game.
Oh god, the timing is ridiculous, isn't it? Glaive could have died a couple of times, even maybe got a kill in between all of that. Now they're going to be crushed in this B bomb site. I think this B defense is going to fall really quickly. Magus goes down. Dupree, he gets a kill even. That was more than he probably could have hoped for. Now it's a 2-on-3, and they were just on that bomb site before I think Astralis even knew what hit them. Device and Sip getting closer to the bomb site, but it's very unlikely they can retake this, and now it's impossible.
Yeah, definitely is. Zipnik's...
why is he sitting like that? The guy dead in front, he's just chilling on the right on the edge, Moses.
yeah, he's going to core workout.
Just kidding. I don't think that counts. I don't know what kind of core workout you do, Moses, but just sitting is not...
well, he's got...
I realize you are American and everything, but,
maybe he's got those... what are those like little electrodes you attach to it? You have all the infomercials. It shocks your abs into becoming muscles. Those definitely work.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's just... The only reason everyone doesn't have them is because not enough people have heard of them. Otherwise,
not enough people like getting things for free.
Let's invent one for esports. Like you put them on your hand, and then you play the game with them, and
increases your dexterity.
Yeah, I would love that.
Well, that's the kind of round that you're going to get if you don't ever know it's coming, because those B defenders were super uncomfortable. Magisk, I mean, they were right outside that window, and he didn't even realize it. He kind of found it just a little bit too late. Device trying to manage his attention between window and the B tunnels. NaVi had all the ground in the world. Part of that due to the timing, as you mentioned, as Glaive coming through the smoke. 11-9 as NaVi puts their first round of the second half on the board.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. We don't really know if that's a pattern yet. It could just be that they were a little bit slow to start in the second half. But obviously, if it's going to continue like this, Astralis will win the game. So, we need some consecutive rounds here out of the NaVi team. They've put on so much work already in the first half. So it'd be nice to see them be able to finish it a little bit here. Definitely what they're looking for as well. Oh, they just ran right past the boost. So Electronic he's made it past, but his teammate just not able to make it that far.
That's a shame. Look how much it slows it down. You could tell they wanted to be fast. They had players ready at long to explode at some kind of a timing, and now they just want to give it up. Electronic's able to cross past that boost because of the flashbang, but as you mentioned, his teammate not as lucky. Now here comes the nade damage. Utility in towards the long cave. And NaVi, I mean, Electronic had that great positioning on Catwalk so fast, and he gave that up. NaVi was positioned to blow up out of Long Cave, and they gave that up as well. Now coming back to it with all 4 players.
Can Dupree actually save Glaive in this pit? He's really quite far away.
I don't even think it matters. Look how much utility he's going to have to use on NaVi to get out here.
Yeah, but they don't have any utility at all on Astralis either. I think Glaive is very much alone. I mean, maybe... Oh, he gets the timing perfectly. I thought for sure they would try and do a little bit more there on the NaVi side, and they're just going to get completely crushed. Didn't even come to that. Well done on Glaive with the double and a triple, in fact. I'm kind of a little bit shocked that they didn't have more of an impact there. I felt like they could have definitely isolated him and had a real fight.
Again, it comes down to the utility. You would have had to have used so much to really secure that, and Glaive's at an off angle, right? Look at all the angles they're checking. I mean, that's just smart positioning from Glaive, realizing once you get to that point at the blue box, you're checking left in case someone is on the smaller box next to it. You're checking right in case someone is in the far corner, and he's just got the perfect off angle to line him up.
3 AWPs, Moses. What do you make of that?
4 if you count simples.
This is very true.
There's a lot of ops in the playing field.
A lot of them. Can you do math? I think it's 40% ops at this point.
Yeah.
For anyone at home.
Well, this is going to allow Dupree to just kind of hold the B bomb site on his own. He gets to sit on the platform with that off. It'll be tough if NaVi finds their way into a bomb site. The retake will be difficult, obviously. Ops relatively unwieldy, but they have to get there first.
Turn to the flashbang and sit behind him as well. Up on Catwalk, getting that kill on Electronic. So that's about the best you could hope for in that position. If you just showed me that position for Magisk, I wouldn't have been a big fan. I felt like that was a big risk, but it worked out beautifully. And then at least a refrag here for Simple to take down Device that keeps them in the round. I think otherwise it would have been nearly impossible, but the spread out Edward going to check upper dark as they are sort of clearing out Catwalk towards the A-bomb site. Not really clear where they're going to go with this NaVi. I think they need like a little bit of an even here, an equalizer if they can, and Glavey saw that coming. He was ready.
That's something NaVi is struggling with so far on this T side. Not able to find a whole lot of success in the opening fights, whether it's just an individual battle, whether it's an execution. Astralis has forced them away wherever they've gone. The only round that NaVi has is such a passive defense that NaVi was allowed to march up towards that B bomb site, even make it using the audio cues to find a timing for a free kill. And Edward can't even make it to a bomb site with the bomb in time to challenge for this.
Yeah, it's not possible. Simply going to run out here and hopefully won't get caught after the timer either. So that's going to tie up the scoreline. That's going to make it 11-11. What a ton of events here. 19 kills on Edward, 18 on Simple, and then 19 on Dupree. And he has really been helping them out a lot.
This whole defense has just been so nice from Astralis. Outside of that one round, this has been great, even when they're on low utility, finding ways to win the opening battles. NaVi not going to fully invest in this one. You can tell they kind of want the AWP in Simple's hands. He's only bought a Deagle, no armor, no utility. They have the 1 AK still saved up, and they have the full losing bonus as well. But they need to come up with a solution. They need to find a way to either... I mean, you need to play around Simple and say, listen, you know, next round you're going to have the op. Where do you want to find a pick? Where do you think you can find a pick? Send a player with him to support with flashbangs. If not that, then you have to find a way to have success with the AK-47s doing full set pieces to get map control.
Big welcome to all the people from the C stream who are just tuning in. This has been quite a game, actually. 11-11 here, as you could tell, between Astralis and NaVi. And NaVi have definitely struggled in the second half, although that's great. They're always going to get him as well. Taking down Glaive. That is the kind of beginning that they really needed. And I mean, now it's kind of a shame that they don't have more, you know. I mean, they can pick up the rifle, and that helps out, but still low on grenades, definitely on the NaVi side.
No, but I mean, you have the pick, right? Even if you don't have the weapons to necessarily follow it up and have a whole lot of danger, you have to at least be happy you found that. And again, it's not something they necessarily had to work too hard for. Glaive with the aggressive stance, I mean, not an easy kill to get still, but at least he's in a position where he doesn't have teammates who can help him there. So given a gift, what can you do with it?
Convert it, and they need to convert it very soon. 30 seconds left as they push in behind here. I mean, if Magisk does not get found quickly, he could shut this all down. He's going to get the one kill. Edward, even through the smoke, to drop him instead. And now alone on the bomb side is Dupree, and he's got everything in front of him with the AWP. This is almost impossible, isn't it? Device is going to pick up one kill. They're inside of the bomb site, and Dupree, he gets a single kill before he's down, and even that might not always have been that easy, so pretty good job there. Molotov onto Edward's position, but the bomb has been planted, and 2-on-2. They actually have a Molotov on Edward. Oh no, that could change a lot.
You imagine they're going to wait until the smoke disappears and he'll use the Molotov on the door, and then Astralis will be forced to go in through the window where Simple is waiting at such a tough angle. That smoke is going to be for B tunnels. It's not going to do anything. Molotov coming in now.
Oh, that's very rough. Setting up a Molotov of their own. Oh, and Flick comes out. Simple, slightly over-aggressive, and Edward alone, he can't see anything. Flashed by Device, and they're on the bomb immediately with that defuse kit as well. I mean, that's just devastating. As Sips just laughing.
I think he's laughing because he had to step into the flames to get there in time, down to 4 HP. Just barely manages the damage, but listen, we don't criticize Simple too often just because of how good he is, but I'm not sure what he's doing getting that aggressive in towards the window in that scenario. Edward just uses the Molotov towards door. You know they have to come through that window. There's no reason to jump up. The Molotov does come in. Maybe that scared him a little bit as he saw it bounce off the wall.
Yeah, there was a couple of maybes, but I agree, like that put Edward in a really awkward position.
So, missed opportunity from NaVi. Not the worst thing in the world. They only had pistols coming into it, so I guess you can't beat yourself up too much, but certainly an opportunity in that 2 versus 2 to take the lead. Instead, it's Astralis. They grab their first lead in quite some time, since round 7, I believe, or round 8.
Yeah, it's been a slow grind for Astralis to try and get further back into the game. Now they're in the lead once again. NaVi definitely struggling at least half of the time, it feels like, with the economy, but see if it could be a bit different. Keeping 3 people at long while they're rushing B. Magisk alone inside. It's a classic on Dust 2, isn't it? Let's see how it works out. Magisk standing his ground, gonna pick up one, a double. I think he's already done way more than he needed to, and even did more damage, I think, on Zeus. So they did get one great kill in the middle, and that makes a big difference here. So it's still a 3-on-3, but it looked like Magisk was about to win the round all on his own.
What it does do is it forces Dupree to put his attention in towards mid. Simple's got to be careful. That's a bold crawl across the opening. Zeus even still staying alive, and Edward going to come back for that late lurk. Astralis looking for it. What's the timing on this for Edward? That is everything. This could just destroy the round for Astralis. He's going to have trigger discipline. He gets one as Dupree turns. He follows it up. And Edward, the dagger, is going to bring NaVi at 12-12. They're still in this fight.
Huge play out of Edward. I mean, even just the certain knowledge that they weren't trying to get, you know, sort of crushed from upper dark. So even that was big. I mean, this is such a great start for Magisk, and Edward just crushing it in his 3v3. That was well done. 25th round now. Edward's got 25 kills. all lining up.
He's been a baller this game, hasn't he? I think Astralis is out of money.
Oh dear.
Which is kind of funny to me. Just because Glaive had that, was that an interview that he put out where he was just like, I don't think we should be economically punished for winning, you know, so many rounds in a row. Well, here we are again.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, things don't always work out. I think the Rolling Stones made a song about that, didn't they?
They did.
Kind of get what you want.
Yeah, it's a great song.
It is a good song. So yeah, take a lesson from that if you're on the Astralis team. Maybe get us some 1Ds. Pick some of those up. We've been requesting them all game long, Moses. We've just been denied every single time. They're not even a deagle in play.
Talk to your boys, Anders.
Yeah, I will. Give him a real talking to. One of those dad kind of talks, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, you should go the mom route where it's like you're not angry, you're disappointed.
Make him feel bad.
Yeah.
Sleep really badly at night. That kind of thing.
Device, the only real danger is the CZ. And they have no utility to hold off these hits. And NaVi, they're all grouped up. 4 players, Electronic watching a flank in lower dark. But NaVi should have a relatively simple time of marching up long, but using utility just to be safe. Practicing safe Counter-Strike, as all you kids should be doing.
Yes, you definitely want that. I mean, it can really, whole friendships can be lost if you lose a round to the wrong eco just because somebody didn't want to check the corner or something, you know.
Yeah, long-term consequences for dumb decisions in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, don't do that. Keep your friends, don't throw rounds away to pistols. It's just not worth it. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it shouldn't really change the round, but it was a bit awkward, wasn't it, for a minute?
Ooh, Edward's in trouble. And I mean, here's the interesting thing, actually. Oh, he's playing great, isn't he? What a double kill. Surely there's no way he expects this last one. He doesn't have the HP to recover or have enough time to take that fight. So Device at least getting an AK-47 out of it. This would be great if he could save it. Glaive is stuck at 1,400. If he keeps this alive and they could pass that off, that's actually like a win and a way for the Astralis side of things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to make a big difference in the next round.
And NaVi is not too dedicated to the hunt, are they? They don't want to. I mean, Simple can't really move forward. He is now that he knows where Device is, but he didn't want to give up the op. So that's bought Device a little bit of time to try and stay alive, but the angle from the op. Device goes to check his 6, and he's dropped. 13-12, NaVi maintaining the lead. Or retaking the lead.
Back into it again. I mean, Edward, he's been around forever, hasn't he? And it warms my heart, Moses, that, shows up in plays like this.
It's admirable.
I like it.
27 and 13. Simple has that long spawn. He's going to go for it. Flashbang comes out. He likes that timing, the jump over the angle. Opportunity missed for Simple. It was low percentage, but not going to retake the fight. 3 players towards B this time. I think Astralis may be a little bit nervous at the fast pace that NaVi's started to come out with and trying to catch them in a call from spawn with that 3-man stack. Also, perhaps a lot of faith in Device with the AWP to help manage defense at this A bomb site.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Nobody wants to retake B, right? It's just one of the
worst bomb sites to retake.
It really is.
It's no fun.
Like, even if you're a man up, if you're like 4 versus 3, you still don't really feel like you're in a great position. It can get a little bit rough out there.
Look at all the utility Astralis is saving as well. 3 smokes deep into the round. Bunch of HEs, 1 Molotov still left, so that's pretty nice.
This is going to be B-split, isn't it?
It looks like it. Looks like they're going to walk right into the trap. This is a round that worked for them earlier on. Now the tough part might be if Device is going to be aggressive towards spawn, but he's smoked off. Yeah, they're just redoing it, and this time Astralis is ready.
Yes, they are up on the scaffolding right on top, and they actually almost walked under in Sip. He's going to get the one, but they're still in trouble in this bomb side. A lot of trouble, in fact. Dupree out in the open, and how does he get that second kill with a UMP taking down Zeus? He should have definitely been dead. There were, 3 people in there waiting for him, and now it's on Flamey, tapping away. It's not going to work out. I mean, they had 3 at the B bomb side, so it makes sense that they should win the round. It's just that it didn't look like that was enough.
Well, the real problem is here with Zipnix. Once he gets that kill, it should be the alarm bells to NaVi saying, okay, he's not a normal B defender. It's usually Dupree, it's usually Magisk.
Yeah.
I think it's really quick to react, especially when the aggression comes out of the double doors. The other part of that is I think that was a missed kill, whoever missed that follow-up kill in middle on Dupree. But Simple is looking towards CT spawn. Once that smoke fades, he's there to pick off the one player rotating over from the A bomb site, and his attention is just elsewhere. So he can't help them try and get into the B site. Not a bad defense whatsoever from Astralis to keep us all tied up at 13-13.
Electronic putting a little bit of pressure. There's really nothing following it up, so they're going to be quick, aren't they? Out the middle. I don't think they fooled anyone. I think Astralis know that that wasn't sort of a real push, and Electronic is still going to be able to pick up Sip, and that's a great beginning. That completely isolates Magus and Dupree over at the bomb site. Now just waiting for it, and a great entry kill. Dupree with the AWP. They have to turn the corner. He's going to pick up one more kill. They need to stack up on him at some point, and he's ready for it. Another one for Dupree, and now last one left. Zeus.
Oh no!
And he's going to shut it down. Electronic now 1 versus 2. Dupree somehow. Heroic defense off that B bomb site. They should have been able to just run him over, and somehow they challenged him one at a time, and he took them all down. Electronic just sneaking around the middle. He could maybe do this, but Dupree still inside of the bomb site. He's got that quad kill, ready and waiting, firing into the window. He's completely flashed from that, and Electronic trying to see if he can follow it up, but he's going to get shot down. That's the ace. He picked up every single one. That is outrageous.
I love the tactical call from NaVi. You've done mid splits. It's usually been 3 to 4 players coming from mid. This time they swap it up. All the attack is coming from the B tunnels, and Astralis wasn't ready for it. But this might be one of the ugliest executions I've ever seen on the B bomb site. That was terrible. One op should not be able to do that. All you have to do is swing. That's all you have to do. The first player goes out, he gets killed. The second player, you kill the opper before he can readjust, before he's ready for the second shot. And none of them do it.
If you and all of your friends, Moses, showed up to fight, you know, Mayweather or something, you wouldn't agree to do it one at a time, would you? You'd try and gang up on him. That would be the way to go.
Yeah, I guess so. I've never really thought about fighting Mayweather, but that makes sense.
Well, should live more, Moses. You know. Get that imagination.
I mean, I'm just astounded at how well NaVi has played throughout this game, and then to have that potentially be the deciding round, that breaks my heart.
Yeah, it was looking smooth up until that point.
That was...
They'd set it all up for us.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. It's harsh language, Moses. You really...
I'd like to hold back. I can't. It's just so bad. Let's move on.
It's a kind of Counter-Strike Tourette's that you've developed. bad Counter. All right. Round number 28. Oh, falling back. That could have easily been a kill. Sip down to 23. He wasn't feeling comfortable in the fire, and fair play. He almost died. I don't know. I mean, that's an opportunity in that last round that NaVi might not get again in this game.
No, I mean, imagine they could be up 14-13, and they could be up in a situation where Astralis doesn't have a whole lot of money to buy. Instead, they're here in a half where they've struggled so much to find early success. Down 1 round. More utility, more pressure towards mid, and you can't fault them. This is where they've had the most success, is with these B splits, so why not at least posture like you're going to do it? You're drawing Xyp9x and CT spawn close over. He just lost the fight. And Electronic, I think he's just going to wait until some pressure applied towards A. But NaVi's got to do that quick to give him the time.
This is what he did on Catwalk when they were on the CT side. He's developed this style, and now he's going to run for it. Somehow, Sip is ready. He just needed a single bullet, I think, as well, and Sip would have been gone, so could have definitely done a device to pick up a kill there. And now, again, they're slowing down, and they're being sort of funneled into this very awkward fight. Simple will take down device, and the bomb actually might go down. It will go down here. There's a chance right now.
It's all on Zeus. He needs to be so impressive in this scenario, and he has a chance for a double kill. If he can get Dupree, Xyp9x does not want to go next. Here comes Madness to turn the corner, and Zeus can't handle it.
Gonna get the 1 kill in there. Still a 2-on-3. The bomb has not been ticking for that long. Simple, close range here with the AWP there. Trying to get in from every angle. He goes down, and now it's all on Edward, and he has been playing well, but that is too much to ask for, and he's going to be going down as well. And that is 15 for Astralis, so best they can do now is tie up the game, share the points here for NaVi. I mean,
that round's just mismanaged utility. They used all their nades to set up that kind of a fake of a mid to B split to get Electronic in that scenario. What they needed was a little bit more to throw towards that A bomb site so Xyp9x's attention gets pulled away. They needed him to look in the other direction to make that play from Electronic work, and there was no pressure applied towards A because they didn't have any utility. They know they'd be facing Device with the AWP. Without flashbangs, that's just a death sentence. 13-15, Astralis. They've been beaten up during stretches of this game, but still finding a way to have the advantage, to have a chance to close out this map. 2 chances to close out this map. They'd move on to 3-0. NaVi would move to 1-2.
Yeah, they're not a good position to be in at all, right? Tying up the game right now could actually make a really big difference for NaVi a little bit later on. I'm kind of shocked that they haven't been able to turn this. They were just looking so good. What feels really odd to me is that they seemed much more dynamic and alive on the CT side, where normally that's kind of where you have a hard time playing more freely. And then on the T side, they seem way more rigid and they seem like they're not really sure what to do. Device not going to be able to pick up that kill, but wants to make sure he's not getting run down either.
I don't know how you find an entry here. I guess you give Simple the time to find a pick. 55 seconds left in the round. Remember, they had trouble with their utility. Oh my God, Electronic.
Well, someone's spanked.
Yeah, there's a mole on the team.
There is absolutely. It's been paid off, hasn't he?
Imagine TKing
Glaive.
the best player in the world.
Look at Glaive. He's sneaking out behind him. He's absolutely heartless, isn't he? He doesn't care that this is their one chance. He's just going to be pushing up behind them as they're pushing in towards Catwalk. Now, 30 seconds. Missed chance here for Device, but he's going to get the follow-up, taking down Edward. And Glaive firing that gun a bit earlier. So they're just getting picked off. Device, 3 kills to his name before he goes down. And Flamey gets over on 16-13 as Astralis take down NaVi on Dust 2 here. I mean, NaVi played way better than we've seen for a long time, and it wasn't enough. We needed more out of them.
Yeah, we really did need more. I mean, that was such a good game put together by NaVi for a certain stretch, and then just dropping the ball right at the end. That's hard.